absurd seems completely sane.
Hey. I guess I should just stay awake 24 hours a day. So, I know I don't have many critics on YouTube anymore, and I appreciate that, because it's what's the point of making critical statements on the internet anonymously just to make somebody angry? If you're going to harp on the fact that I said 108.12 on the QQQ is the bottom, I mean, maybe you haven't watched my videos. Does it matter? You still don't get the point that, what I try to do is trade during the day and leave the predictions for the people who are going to keep getting them wrong, because nobody's getting it right. But if you did take a moment and go listen to the last few videos, why don't we harp on the fact that I said Fitbit will be at 0? But more importantly, we hedged our position yesterday because when I said, see that chart? Now, what's crazy is that this video, I made the same video, was it yesterday or the day before? But go back to the bottom call. The reason I thought it might be the bottom call is because we've been conditioned to have these V bottoms every time and the market rallies. But when I said 108.12 will be the low of the year, I think I ended that sentence by saying, but if we break those levels, I'm going to be on the bandwagon of death to America and short everything in sight. Did I not? Did I say that's where you got to be buying stocks right now and just forget about those levels? Right? Didn't say that. So here's the most important thing. So am I switching from bull to bear? I am, maybe you don't know, I'm a bear by nature. This, on the way up it's fake, on the way down it's fake. The market's not real. That's why if you truly feel the way I feel about the stock market, it's a bullshit game of the have and have-nots, right? We just try to squeak in, squeak out, like Fitbit. I keep going back to that stock because I said it's going to be a 0, but after the holidays, the stock had a couple of decent days where it was actually positive in the face of a selling market. All right, let me backtrack for a second. If you really want to do your back-testing investigative homework on my videos and everything I've said on Stock Twits and Twitter, go back and there's a tweet in there. I just dumped my whole portfolio. That was at around when the Qs were 112.50, and then they rallied to the highs of the year, and we were pissed. More importantly, if you need documented proof or another person, I will ask one or two of the guys in the room, because as much as I was saying the market's going to rally into the end of the year, and we're going to gap up on New Year's, the first day of the year, and we're going to rally up 10% in January, we sold our calls. Now, making these predictions, it doesn't matter if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Generally, it's whatever's happening during the day is really guiding what I think is going to happen over the next couple of days. When I was wrong, dead wrong about the last few days, we sold our calls. Remember those calls we had? The January 2017 calls, sold those. We had February 115 calls on the QQQ, sold those. And we had the 112.50s for that week, sold those. And we were actually shocked that the market actually was going down after we sold these calls. And the next day it went down. And obviously we're thinking, let's buy this stuff back. And I was like, you know what? Let's wait till the let's see if we get this gap up to start the beginning of the year. And we'd even get that. The only thing that was bizarre is I've been waiting for the UVXY, the biggest piece of shit stock there is, if we can call it a stack. That wasn't moving. I thought the UVXY would have been at 40 2 days ago, but yet it's still plummeted because of the contango and the whole deal with the UVXY at this point. But I thought still, this market looks so shaky, this would be the time the UVXY wouldn't just disintegrate at the end of the day. And it did it twice. So it's been coming in. Oh, should I show you the futures contracts that I'm still short? I'm up 100. I've never made this. I've never. I mean, it's a hedge. So, I mean, and also, by the way, do you think I was buying the Qs at 114 and saying I'm good? Whatever, it doesn't matter. It only matters to the people that it matters to. I'm sure nobody went out there, well, he says on the internet we're never going down, let me buy stocks. If you chose to watch the video today, I've been saying that same shit since '09, so you're just late to the party. And guess what? Who the hell knows what's going to happen today? Maybe the market goes green. But as soon as the market opened up at 8:10, I told you I was going to be, we had the room open. I was like, all right, this time I'm not going to miss the biggest move of the day, because the biggest move of the day has been the 8:15 to 8:30 p.m. futures market move. And I'm about to short the futures. Next thing you know, hey, 30 points they drop in 2 seconds. I was watching New Girl the other day when that happened. And I'm sitting there with my finger on the trigger, and still, I didn't want to send a market order on a futures contract. I'm trying to send limit orders, and the thing's down 30 points before I lift the fucking button out. So I said, you know what? Let me put one on here and put a stop on at the VWAP. Never got stopped out. And then when we broke the lows from Monday, I shorted another contract. So all in all, my long-term Q position that I still have left, the little bit that I have left, I mean, we had a considerably amount of Qs there for a while. The only disappointment I have is I had a sense that we were going to go down, obviously. We broke 108.12. There's a multi-year VWAP that got violated on the NQ futures, which was 107.40 on the Qs. So at 107.40 yesterday, I'm thinking, wow, this market just violated at that price in the pre-market. Okay, did I lose everybody? Because I don't remember what I just said for the last 7 minutes. Sleep deprivation. I don't need this, but it's so much fun because I could unwind the position now, but what I think is going to happen is we might get one of them flushes at the open, and then you could buy stocks, and then we'll rally a little bit, but maybe this is the time that we don't come back. Not for me to guess, right? If the QQQ gets back above 107.40, I'll be interested again. There you go. That's it. There's no predictions. There's no, I think this is going to happen, I think that's going to happen. If the QQQ breaks back above 107.40, I'll probably reconsider and maybe look to buy stocks. I'm not going to try to pick a bottom. If the market rallies and starts to form support and starts to go up, there's going to be, I'm sure there'll probably be a level before 107.40, but like I said on the stock twits, for you guys that were shorting the market Monday, there was a level where if we rallied, you probably wanted to cover, and we never got there. So maybe that's the one moment where you said, okay, I do want to stay short. I will use his stop as my stop. So then you're still short right now, and I made you the most money ever. So it all depends what moment, what sentence, which video that you chose to pick the word of wisdom. But I think the ongoing trail of wisdom has been Be liquid and pretend and realize that this is the biggest bullshit. It's a video game. It doesn't make sense on the way up. It doesn't make sense on the way down, because if you valued a stock on what the fundamentals were, we wouldn't go anywhere. How much does a company change day to day based on earnings per share? Not much. You'd have stocks move generally nowhere, and then earnings reports, you'd readjust, and then it would go nowhere and earning. All right. Well, you know where to find me. Hopefully I can stay awake. Yeah. So my only regret is that I have any positions on, and I wasn't able to enjoy this sell-off to the extent that I would normally would be, or if I was completely liquid, which would have been awesome. So, bottom line is, we're at 105 on the Qs now. I got a level, what was it, 102.80. Break 102.80, we're going to 100. And if we break back under 100 on the Qs, why not test 94? Get it all over with, right? All right. Other than that, I'm buying 500,000 shares of Fitbit at the open. I love Fitbit. Totally.